Good, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. This is a scene for Darkness in Dublin, the Changeling venue. In this particular scene, we're in an area of Dublin that features many boutiques. There's haute couture, there is shabby chic, there is odd American style Euro infusion areas. There's an express, because of course there's an express. There is not exactly an American Apparel, but it's a knockoff. Basically, it's the shopping district. Very heavy shopping district. Very heavy with tourists, per se. On one of the off streets, however, it winds down the cobblestone. There is a small bridal shop here. And this bridal shop particularly is well known for its newest employee. Now, this particular employee, our darling dear Chloe, has had a couple of changes in life in the last few days, and one particular change has any Fae in the area feeling warm, cozy, that at first heart-pounding feeling of finding home in another person. The fact that when you see this other person, you feel at ease. These are the fresh little wisps of magic coming from a freshly crystallized boggin who happens to be very interested in true love. Isn't that right, Chloe?
Yeah. Yeah, that's absolutely right. So what Chloe will have been doing ever since her chrysalis, ever since she just made that first wedding dress herself for me, from her grandmother's old sewing machine, she's just been creating ever since, and she's even, got it set up in the back room. And if anyone walks in, they'll see she's a flurry of activities, she's behind the scenes, she's, altering dresses, that brides have tried on that they want, just changed before their big day. She's looking, she's looking through the racks to see, other dresses they've got so far, is there enough variety? Is anyone who's going to come in, find the right one? She's probably got some rom-com playing in the background while she's doing this as well. Like, just, I don't know, I don't watch, just probably like the sappiest kind of rom-com. I mean, probably even Cinderella or something, but and she's wearing, but yeah, and she's wearing like a like a sort of tea dress almost. It's like a 50s kind of polka dot moment. However, from kind of looking at her, it just appears, that she's been working for days and days and days and days on end. However, she doesn't really seem to know this as she's, doing all of this.
In this bridal shop and the floor of activity, particularly as this is the month of day, but also nervous for their day, are coming in for last minute fittings. June tends to be the era of the bride, and so the month before is probably a flurry of hell for bridal shops. As the ladies are running back and forth, waiting patiently with their mothers and their bridesmaids, someone will come in through the door. She is a tall, slender figure with billowing robes, high headdress with earrings that twinkle every time she steps, kind of soft sound you would hear in a garden of bells in the wind. She looks up and down at some of the gowns, she smiles, and she's just looking about. As she walks in, all of the brides kind of calm a bit to watch. They sit down and relax. All is well. The heady scent of chai will follow as well. There's a collective sigh of relief, of ease. They're still excited, but it is a less panic excitement. It is a calming as all will be well. It'll be fine. The dresses can be taken in or out. The little stand on the corner can be easily fixed. The tool that rips. They trust in the girl in the back to fix it. There is a collective relief in her presence. As she walks, She will stop by one of the doors where Chloe is and kind of knock ever so lightly.
Okay,
Hello, I'm looking for someone.
Chloe will almost jump, you know. At this point, she's probably knelt on the floor, and she's trying to, you know, finish hand sewing a hem or something. But yeah, she'll she'll just kind of scamper right to her feet, and you know, she'll go to the door, and she'll almost, as she kind of opens the door, she'll almost try and peek out before she, you know, fully opens it, trying to see who's there. You know, she hasn't, to her knowledge, no one, you know, she hasn't booked any appointments or anything around this time. So yeah, she'll just have a little peek and see what she can see before she fully opens the door. Hello?
This woman is quite tall. Chloe will be at stomach's length of her, of deep gold and brown gown. She will look down upon Chloe, and deep green eyes will look. Hello. You are just the young lady I'm looking for. Well, perhaps. You are the newest assistant, yes?
Chloe will just she'll smile, and she'll almost comedically sort of look up to this lady who's quite a bit taller than her, but she'll nod almost quite enthusiastically. Yes, that's me. I'm Chloe. Lovely to meet you. Did you need any help with a dress? And I love, you know, and then she'll kind of almost scan up and down. You know, Dublin's it's quite artsy and quite diverse, but she's never seen someone really who's put together in the way that this lady is. And she'll just smile. We don't. I don't know if I have anything that's. I don't know if I have anything that matches your unique style, but we can certainly find something. Please do come in. You know, she'll open the door to reveal her workroom. Would you like a cup of coffee or anything while you sit down? You know.
I'm fine, but I thank you for your hospitality. I was in the neighborhood and I know of this shop, and I was surprised. The previous assistants and even your head gown maker, I've never caused such a flurry of action before.
She'll not. Yep. Yeah. It's well, it's springtime now, so it's prime season. We've had quite a lot of brides coming in, finding a perfect dress, looking for something, and we've been able to help, which is nice. I've actually been working on some new designs myself. You know, she'll blush a little bit, but she'll motion too. You know, a very pretty kind of organza-y kind of affair that she has sort of laying around. It's probably sort of in a more of a ball gown or a princess style, probably what she's working on at the moment. But you know, she'll have that sort of up on the dress frame.
Quite
Yeah.
nice. I like the cut. Really cool. Have you thought of what shoes would be going with it? The train is quite long. Perhaps ballet flat? Something with a soft sole?
Yes, I placed a couple of pairs aside just in case. So you know, she'll actually almost quite frenetically she'll get back down on her knees. She's quite comfortable doing this. You know, she's looking through, and everything is in piles. Like, there's obviously been a lot of activity, but at the same time it's very organized, and it I think the lady would probably notice, from what I know of her. You know, everything's organized by color, by mood. You know, so you know, the ivory is next to the off-white, you know, to the silvers, to the rose golds. You know, it's kind of in that line of the color spectrum. And she'll pull out a few pairs of shoes. I was thinking perhaps this pair of heels here that could work very well with the train and give a nice figure. But I've got perhaps these pumps as well, something more comfortable to change into after the wedding for the reception. She'll smile. I've got some slightly taller heels there. I tried those on myself the dress was a bit she'll almost blush a little bit, and glance to the dress. It's obvious, but for her it'd swallow her up a little bit. She's about 5'5". um um but please tell me, what exactly are you looking for?
I'm looking for something very quite similar to you, actually. And as you get a closer look to her, you'll notice her ears are pinched high, unnaturally high. She's got gold in the slight wrinkles around her eyes, but they don't seem to be stress wrinkles. They're wrinkles from smiling, of joy, from eons of age. Yes, most definitely similar to you, dear. The pumps would be the better option in between both, and as, if I can, a suggestion for the train. And she's going to pick up the train and kind of pull it around the dress so that it turns into a faux shawl around it, like a sash, and pin it up to one of the colors, just so that way it caresses the dress, allowing for the bride for further movement. That may be the middle of both worlds for a bride who is a little bit closer to the ground than up to the sky. My name is Donna Protea. And yourself?
Chloe'll just smile. I'm just Chloe. I've just started working a couple of months ago. She'll smile. I must say, I love your dress. Where's it from? I've never seen anything like that before.
This is one of my own. You see, young Miss Chloe, I run a shop not too far from here. Proteus, have you heard of it? And out of character, Proteus is a very big shop. It's silver and black, appointment only, but the clients are always ever so pleased when they come out. In her recent work here, she would notice long lines of people waiting outside to come inside with deep, rich brown bags leaving outward. You've never entered. You don't know anyone who has.
She'll smile quite. She'll smile quite fondly, actually. I've never been in myself, no, but several of my friends who are designers have been in. One of my best friends, Clara, she actually bought a handbag just a couple of weeks ago. It was the new tote bag, and she loves it. She hasn't been separated from it since. She'll smile quite fondly.
I think I remember her. Bright, rich red hair, blue eyes. She's got a birthmark with a slight little star speck right on her left cheekbone.
She'll actually nod. Yeah, that's her. You have a good memory. But yeah, she's so elegant.
I remember all of my very special clients. You see, Chloe, if we can sit.
Yes, of course. Please don't. I'm sorry for the mess. I've just been working on a few alterations, and she'll actually, with the utmost care, she'll gently clear the table, and she'll pick up one of the dresses she was working on, and she'll just really gently put it back on the hanger, and she'll move she'll put it on the rack, essentially, and just make sure it doesn't crease. And yeah, she'll set up her comfortable table because she's a bodden, and that's what they do. Yes, of course. Are you sure you wouldn't like anything to drink, Ms. Protea?
Your hospitality is greatly appreciated. And in fact, we may have quite the conversation, so tea would not be amiss in this situation. I wanted to see at first, but no, tea would be fine.
She'll just smile, and then she'll put she'll quickly, go put the kettle on, and she'll get a couple of cups. She has some cups that she does reserve for clients who come in, as well as little champagne flutes, and they'll be quite delicate, kind of pattern teacups with birds sort of all around the edges. And as she'll just do that, and as she's moving, you'll be able to just hear a little squeak, and there will be sort of some sort of rustling around her, and then you just probably hear her just like, shh, not now, not now. It's okay, just a couple of moments. Sorry about that. Do you take sugar and milk with your tea?
One of sugar would be fine.
Yeah, she'll go. She'll deliver the tea.
I tend to like my sugar like I like myself, dark but sweet. Chloe, I have a question. You see, I tend to keep a close eye on what goes on in this area of Dublin. One could say it's a territory of sorts. And you, my dear, are quite the interesting tidbit of this territory. In the past few days, have you experienced anything very much life realigning? A bright, bold clash of new inspiration.
Chloe,
something of the like. And
yeah.
she'll have a mischievous little glimmer in her eye.
Yeah, can I use social dynamics or an empathy on that?
Of course, darling.
Yeah, Chloe's already a little bit she's a little bit sketchy about why this high scale designer has stormed into the back of this tiny little bridal store on the off street of Dublin. But mentioning that as well, like, that's definitely going to make her curious, so I'm going to roll.
This is a direct one-on-one situation, and it's not as if Donna is being particularly sneaky. She wants you to know what she's saying.
Yeah, so sorry, I'm just getting to the dice roller, and I think for perception and empathy, I think I have 6 dice. I have 6 dice, I think. Let me just check my sheet.
Let me check. You have empathy 3 and perception 3. You do have 6.
Yes, I thought that was the case. Not a bad dice pool.
No, not at all.
Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You have many successes. Donna is directly talking about the little mysterious influence of magic you just experienced. The new sight that you have for people and things, the new appreciation you have for the good old home, that heady feeling of connection finally to another part of yourself that was just out of reach. Donna is directly speaking of this, and it seems as if she knows it quite dearly.
Yeah, Chloe will just, she'll take a very polite sip of her tea, and then she'll just smile. You've felt it too, then. I've went through something like that quite recently. I could tell you the whole story if you have time.
I am here for you. I definitely have time, Chloe, because I too have experienced it ages ago. And I do believe that as you are here, no one else has spoken with you about it.
She'll just shake her head. No, it's like just a couple of days ago I started. I don't know why, but I got home and I had to create something, and something just when we make a dress, it's not about the dress. It's about fitting it to the person, to how they feel, to how they are. It's people live their lives in clothes, and a wedding day is one of the most special days of someone's life, and just even to be a part of that. So yeah, I went home and I just started sewing. I don't know what happened, and it ended up two days later, and I'd fully I fully made the dress there. You know, she'll glance at it, and for some reason, it wasn't like I was making the dress. It was like the dress was in my mind all along. It just appeared.
And you used a way to bring it out, and you finally had the means to do so.
She'll nod.
Yes, I experienced this myself ages ago.
How long ago was that?
A lot longer than you would think, dear. A lot longer.
Chloe'll smile. Well, I'll take your secret if you have a special skin cream. But please come on.
Long time ago, before I came here, I lived in a small village, surrounded by my brothers and sisters, and not all of us looked alike. We were a big family. One could say we were even a community. And my mother and my father experienced it before me. Some of my sisters never got to, but they still lived with us. They helped in the manner in which they could. And we communicated with other communities like ourselves, and we traded. And for myself, I discovered this beauty by aiding in my sisters in one of their gowns. We were well known for our textiles, and by being with this community and the stories we would breed with the gowns, it isn't like it is so now that clothing can be ever so plain. It used to be a million stories could be bred into one single gown, and she'll kind of splay her hands out to showcase her own. The stories never
Yep.
fade. Descriptions of them do. And as I created these stories, ones my mother told me, and my aunts and my cousins, I suddenly realized what I was to do. To share them with others for as long as I possibly could, so that they could never be muted by the cold reality of life, by the stigma, the stagnation of certain others who do not appreciate these stories because they want to hide them. And so I do my best to do this. And each and every one of my work has a little story of its own, and it grows with the person it is with. That is what Proteus is, basically. It changes the story and it changes you. I'm here, Chloe, because I think you need to know these things. There are many things that you do not know, and I want to help you. I'm not here to steal you from your bridal shop, just to open mine to you when you have the moments to. I want to help you. You remind me of so many of my sisters. They came in all shapes and sizes, and that is what Proteus adheres to. The many different shapes and sizes of those dreams in us all.
She'll nod as she listens to all of that, and she'll just almost kind of whisper, just kind of almost a little bit scared. That's why you came, isn't it? To find my story, to find help me with community, with family, isn't it?
Yes. Your work is splendid. And I think you could be something really beautiful. More than you already are. At this moment you are a bud. But you could grow and spread your glory into a whole garden. I want to help you, but only if you are not pleased with my existence, I can show you others who could help you. But it is not within...
She'll almost, she doesn't want to interrupt, but she's almost like I think every time kind of Donna mentions something, she'll almost perk up, with like another question, and she'll almost just kind of whisper, how did you know? How did you find me? What's happening? When I made the dress, it was I didn't look like I do now, like myself, and I have these have some new friends with me that I've not met before. If And then she'll almost kind of look to one of the sleeve of like her dress on she's sitting down and they're probably hiding in a hem. She'll just kind of almost say, it's okay to come out, and they'll kind of two kind of white mice will kind of they'll climb their way up kind of sort of her dress and her leg, and they'll just kind of sit on the table kind of curiously.
It seems as if you're learning a lot the last few days. I do apologize. My particular talents lay in stories, and I craft them very differently than some of my sisters and my brothers do. But I do tend to get a little long-winded, and I do dearly apologize for this. You are most definitely confused. I can give you pinpoints. Would that be okay?
She'll not that would be lovely, you know.
A few days ago, while you were working on whatever you were working on, you mentioned the dress.
Hmm.
You went from a state of sleeping to being awoken. We call it a chrysalis. Think of it as such. You are one thing, and through a series of movements, of emotions, of change, you become something else. You remember what you once were. That doesn't change you. Your histories stay. But you are something different now. You see with different eyes and you experience it in different ways. You are what we would call a buggin.
She'll, she'll almost be like, a what? you know, she'll just kind of, she's sipping the tea, and her kind of, the two mice will probably just squeak kind of in recognition and, jump up and down a little bit. And she'll just kind of smile at them fondly. A boggin? What's that mean? Is that a bad thing? Is that like a
No.
good?
None of them are bad and none of them are wholly good. A buggin is simply what you are. You adhere more towards comfort and helping others. Think warm hearts and warm hands. You are one of the best of friends and also the best of caretakers. But you have power in which one does not bite the hand that aids them, if you gather my meaning. It was
She'll
small and sweet, but not to be trifled with.
she'll just kind of drift off for a second. I mean, I have been making dresses faster, and I feel more confident, I suppose, helping. I've always liked helping other people find what they wanted, but just in the last couple of days, it makes sense. Helping them find the right dress helps them get ready for the next stage of their lives. What could be nicer than that? Everyone wants a home, a family, romance.
And those are your areas of expertise. They're not your only, but that is where you do excel. I am called an issue. Well, we have other names, but issue is what many people call us. Again, stories are how we function, basically. But we do it in different ways.
And you make stories through clothes, and you help people tell their
Yes,
stories.
yes. And I also record it through clothes. I spread the stories around and make sure that they have new life and that they are not forgotten.
Chloe,
I
Chloe, nod.
don't only do it, I'm also a great cook, but stories are my expertise.
Why? What story is the dress you're wearing today telling? She'll smile almost a little mischievously and curiously, and she'll take another sip of the tea. And you'll notice it's very sweet tea as well.
I knew to come to you because when one does go through the chrysalis, they exude this very palatable feeling of magic. And it made me remember my home. And so the dress I'm wearing is very much a memory of home. Deep golds for the sands around our encampment, the browns for the huts we lived in. There are bits of purple aligning my color right here. They are the flowers that I am named after because my mother adored them and the teas that they could make. My brothers and my sisters are around my sleeves, always with me when I work. Every movement I make, they are here in my memory. This is my home, and I keep my home in my heart, but also to showcase it to others. They may not fully understand the story, but they can appreciate what it might represent. Certain of my works will bring that memory to them, bring that feeling. Sometimes it's of adventure, sometimes it's of sorrow. There is a particular sweetheart dress that I think you may like because it was a gown for someone who was so deeply in love that she and all her children also felt it in all the ways of life. A wonderful family. It did not end well, but it ended with much love. I'd love to show it to you one day. It is a heartbreaking story, but it also fills you with a slight joy. I think it's something you would appreciate, given your expertise here that I'm seeing with all of these gowns.
She'll smile. I'd love to see it, but I'm just these are just little dresses and things I'm making. It's nothing special. Just it doesn't need to be big or special. It just has to be just right. And and as Donna's been speaking about her homeland, Chloe will probably have started. She's listening very politely and sipping her tea, but her fingers are quite. She's tapping. She's tapping the teacup, almost like she's thinking about what she's going to make next. So, have they any other borders or issues in Dublin? You said something about magic. Magic can't be real, can it? This is just like it should be like a dream, but it's like I've woken up from a dream. She seems very confused, curious, and happy, but confused.
There's going to be a lot of moments where things aren't always what they seem and they don't exactly make sense with what you think it should seem. Your two companions right here, very much magical. Very much so. Your keen sense for design, also magical. You are magical. I am magical. We just work on a different way than you think magic should. And I would really like to help you realize that. You're going to be very confused in the next few days, maybe the next year or so. I'm offering my place, Protea, in the back. There's a safe haven, one could say, that you're welcome to come to whenever you feel particularly off or very much lost in everything.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not here to steal you. I'm here to offer you a haven and some insight. And if you want, advice on certain things.
Yeah, so
I
Chloe,
remember starting out, and my first gowns were horrendous. You, however, are starting out very well. So if you need advice, I'm happy to help.
yeah. So Chloe is, she's smiling gently. And may I just do another social dynamics? this isn't like an aggressive social dynamics. I think she's just, you know, does it feel like Donna's being really like truly like sincere? I assume the answer would be yes,
Yes,
but
the answer
yeah.
is yes. But roll to check, because Chloe does not know this danger.
No, this is all very weird. So in character, I'm going to be rolling things.
Roll like your life depends on it.
Yes.
And you did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. Yes, Donna is being very honest. It's almost as if Donna has a deep reason as to why she wants to help out a little Belgian girl. But you have no idea on why.
She'll just kind of she'll smile and say, I'd like that very much if that does not if it's not too much of an inconvenience, and you're welcome to my workroom as well. But may I ask, I know you said you wanted to help me, and that something about when I was creating made you feel like home. But why would you want to help me for such a long time? It's from what I hear, if magic is real, it's a big commitment to teach someone a lot of this. And like any commitment, like marriage, you can't rush into it. You must have thought about it. You know, she's kind of, you know, prodding a little bit, not too much, but a little bit.
You are absolutely right. I do want to help you, and it is not for wholly selfless reasons. You are near the territory in which I live. We are within a bigger territory of someone else. There are many different Fae in Dublin, and some of them would be happy to help you, and some of them would be happy to use you. Because you are so close, and because you are so very similar to someone I know, I want to offer assistance first. You don't have to take it. You can think on it. You can tell me to go on my way. You can only half accept it. It is all up to you. But I do work and live across the street. It would be incredibly improper for me to not assist. It is a big tenet in our culture, yours and mine, and all of us like, that we offer assistance to those who need help. Because you don't know what's going on. And you could inadvertently let other people know who are not supposed to know.
Sure.
So offering assistance, the courtesy, is a big tenet of us. I could not
It's
not offer help.
and in this wider community, you said for fae, you mean like in the old stories, fairies? Because making deals with fairies it's a big deal. You know, she's saying it like, ooh,
Yes, we have different means of contracts, but as you yourself are one of us, it would be best that you recognize what we are and how you can keep yourself safe.
she'll actually kind of place a hand on the table, and she'll offer it to Donna just very, very kindly and very warmly. Well, I would I would certainly like for help. In terms of what's happening, I don't understand it, May, but it would be wrong of me to let someone who's graciously offered their help, who's listened to me, who's offered hospitality. It would be wrong. It would be wrong to turn them down if I see no reason to. It's I mean, you've already told me so much of your own story and about your family, and I think she'll just kind of smile gently. It would be nice to have a sister. I always wanted a sister. You know, she'll smile and her eyes are quite bright.
Donna will take the hand and hold it. There are many things you will learn, and it will not always be easy, but I will do my best to help you. I may be away certain times. Again, I am quite prominent in the grey world here, and so I tend to go back and forth across the four corners. But I will do my best to be in communication with you and to make sure that you have your own maneuverability. This is a very big change, and I don't want to push you. So whenever you are happy to come, whenever you have a free moment, because I know you are quite busy, come to Proteus. Here, I will give you the card.
Yeah,
Just
she'll
flash this against the glass, and you'll be let in.
Yep, she'll take a look at the card as well.
It's a slate black, but when you turn it to the side, beautiful gold filigree will dance across, and it will say, "Entrance to the freehold, Donna Protea."
She'll smile. Oh, I look forward to paying a visit, but would you like another cup of tea while you're here? I have a little bit of time before my next appointment. You know, she'll offer.
I would treasure a moment with you, yes. I can maybe give some more advice, and if you have any more questions, or you can simply tell me about yourself. I do ramble a bit. I'd love to learn more about your friends here.
She'll just smile. Well, it's not very much to say. A blushing bride's. This is just the workroom. I mostly do the alterations. Tracy's our head seamstress. She does a lot, and her and Estella and Catherine, they do most of the bridal showings. I'm not very experienced with the social side of things yet, but I offer tea, and I like just sometimes it's just nice to watch people just go about their business and see what appeals to them. She'll just smile, but apart from that, at the moment, there's not very much to say. It's not a big fashion house like yours,
Oh, but you do your part. Every bride needs a gown, and from what I saw outside, you're very busy this time.
She'll nod. She'll nod. Yeah, but it's getting warmer, so I think this time of year people start looking. They want a spring or summer wedding, so. But we've had quite a lot of new clients coming in, which has been nice, and a lot of word of mouth, which has been lovely. It's quite a change sometimes. Just being on the off street, it's a bit different.
Interrupting the floor.
I think with
Oh.
Apologies.
So it's my partner. He says
you
hi.
okay?
Yeah.
Oh, hi. I think with that, we can wrap up. We can leave the young Chloe and the interesting Donna conversing until Chloe has to go back to work, and Donna will go back to her freehold. Interested in the new story that may be told by her new little friend. Thank you, player, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. And y'all have a good time, alright? Bye.